Nose to tail, side by side. They need to stay that way until they hit that starting line out of turn number 4. There you go. They were on the white line. Heater right to the top, the 00. Whalen on the outside. Here comes Tim Shields in the 42. And the coach, Kevin Anderson, in that 417. As they slide down into turn number 4. Heater slides up high. Your race leader on lap number 1, Brett Heater. Time of 22.27. Immediately to the front, Nick Whalen there in the 00 car. Tim Shields. Looks like he has a few more things figured out on that car. He's up in third now. It'll be the coach, Kevin Anderson, and then Oxford in the 27. Here comes the T2, Tom Fogarty. That's lap number 2 with Heater, your leader. 21.99 now with the time. Whalen almost gets up into the wall there in that 00 car. Now the 42 is Shields putting some pressure on him. Here comes Tim Shields. Oh, up on the high side out of turn number 4, the coach Anderson, 417. He tries something down low. T2 of Fogarty. Back through there, David Oxford really helped out with the kids' Dash for Cash tonight. Want to thank David. Brought a couple cars out to the track tonight. But back to your leader coming out of 4. The 05, of course, of Heater. Here comes Anderson now, side by side. Gets by Shields now. So Anderson moves up a spot. Oh, just about up in your race leader. That's the 25 of Kyle Courtney. Kyle Courtney there. Here comes the coach now as he gets by the 00. Whalen now. Here comes the coach. He's on the move now. Anderson. As Dakota Jennings in the dirty 30 goes around but gathers it back up clean and green as we continue now. So almost a straightaway lead for the 05 of Brett Heater. Anderson in the 417 trying to figure a way out to close it. As the 00, Whalen gets a little bit loose coming out of 4. That opens up the door for Tim Shields. Tim Shields in that 3rd spot now. Can still see Anderson lifting up that front left tire as the field stretches out for your leaders. The 05 of Heater here. This will be lap number 7 they come across this time. Anderson still in the 417. Shields followed by the 00 of Whalen, the T2 of Tom Fogarty. That's halfway this time, halfway. For your race leaders, as now they will get up into some lap traffic here. We'll see if this slows down. The 05 of Heater, he is just pulling away from this field. Quick time so far, a 21.999. Anderson with his quick time, a 22.34. So well over a straightaway lead now for Brett Heater, the big-time bail bonds, cheater heater engine. As it gets up into the dirty 30 there of Dakota Jennings, your race leader, goes side by side into turn number 1 and 2. Anderson still in second. Tim Shields in the 42T. Looks like he has a few more things figured out on that car tonight. Still clean and green as your race leader comes across the front side here tonight. There's Vernon Keever in the 41K. First time out for that car tonight as well. But your leader, with 10 laps down, now coming up through lap traffic. Keever in the Victory chassis. First time out for him tonight. Nice looking car there. He's trying to get some things figured out on that machine. But here's your race leader here. And the 05 has to slow down just a little bit there for the 41 of Vernon Keever. Goes down below him into turn number 2. But Anderson still in that second spot. That was lap 11 that time. Tim Shields, Nick Whalen, and Tom Fogarty round out your top 5 with your race leader now. Coming through turn number 4 as the number 2 car of Anderson here racing on the river's edge at Lakeside Speedway comes out of turn 4 as well now. More than a straightaway lead through the lap traffic. Doing a good job, the 05 of Heater. Anderson, oh no, and the 30 car goes around in turn number 1 and 2. Dakota Jennings. Turn one as he goes around. That was lap number 12 for the 05 of Heater as they come out of 4. Here they go. Heater immediately to the high side with Anderson. Let's see if the coach has anything for him. They go about 3 wide there as Oxford loses a spot. That 32, Michael Knight. All high side up here in turn number 4. Heater brings them down. Lap 13, just 2 more to go. So Heater, Anderson, Shields, your top 3. Fogarty, the T2. Michael Knight, the first-time driver. That's an IMCA card, is my understanding. Came in with David Oxford tonight, but your race leader, the 05 of Heater, brings out the white flag. Anderson hanging on with Shields, Fogarty. Michael Knight, your top 5. So Brett Heater. This will be win number 5 on the season as he comes down the front stretch. Brett Heater, your winner. Anderson, Shields, Fogarty, Knight, Oxford, Keever, Whalen. Out of the car, Brett Heater, your winner tonight. Now a 5-time winner. So Brett Heater, your 5-time winner now in the 05. Nice gesture there. Brett Heater giving that trophy away to a really young race fan there. Nice gesture there by Brett Heater. Next up, your U.S.
Watch your cars, watch your flagman. Terry Watland has the green in hand, and here we go. So Brad Smith will show the way. They're 3 wide, fanning out off of corner number 2. Look out, Andy Bryant down low. Luke Neiman threads the needle there. Good run by him, made between Bryant and Galvin. He'll take over the 4th spot here early on at the line to lead lap number 1. It will be the 99 of Brad Smith. Lap number 1, Brad Smith, Tim Powell, Don Mars, Andy Bryan, and Luke Neiman inside the top 5. Look at the lead Brad Smith already has after 1 lap. Coming to lap 2, Smith is like, I'm checking out of here. See you guys later. He turns a lap of 20.861 to start it. Turns the wick up even faster on lap number 2 with a 20.700. Andy Bryant, the only other competitor in the 22nd bracket here early on. Bryant now up to 3rd. Going for 2nd on Tim Powell. Powell currently has that 2nd spot. Powell going for his 7th win of the year. Andy Bryant now looks to the low side of Tim Powell. He'll try to pull a slider off over here in between turns 1 and 2. Tim Powell crosses back over. It's like watching the good old days with Rusty Wallace and Dale Earnhardt in the NASCAR races at Darlington. Longing for the days we see those kind of racing again with the NASCAR circuit, but we like to do it on dirt here, racing on the river's edge at Lakeside Speedway. Andy Bryant now takes over sole possession of that 2nd spot and will set his sights on Brad Smith up front. Smith going for his 3rd feature win of the year. Bryant also going for his 3rd feature of the win of the season. See if those 2 gentlemen can duke it out here late in the event as Andy Bryant now begins to pull away from Tim Powell. Luke Neiman has found some speed on the low side and is looking for a way around the number 9 of Don Mars. Neiman now trying to get that 4th spot away from Shawnee, Kansas driver Don Mars and the number 9. They're side by side into corner number 3. Luke Neiman down low, searching the hub. Shawnee, Kansas driver Don Mars on the high side by side. Neiman at the line to 4th. P-Money, Patrick Royalty trying to come to life in this one now. He's currently up to 6. He'll set his sights on that great side-by-side battle for 5th between Neiman and Mars. One car set to go in a lap in arrears here early on. That's the 10C machine of Christopher Connell. Good battle here with Neiman, Mars, and Royalty. Mars settles in behind Neiman that particular lap. Now Patrick Royalty will set his sights on the low side of Don Mars and Luke Neiman here off of corner number 4. Good battle to be in the top 5. Nearly 3 by 3 as they cross. They are 3 by 3 on into corner number 1. How's this one going to shake out? Don Mars looks to come out on top this time. Now Mars slips just a little bit. Here comes P-Money. Patrick Royalty in the 49 gains a spot. Don Mars with a little bit slideways there off of turn number 2, trying to hold off a hard-charging Luke Neiman here off 4. Don't look now, but here comes Chase Galvin. Galvin trying to get a little racy, as well as Nick Newton. Nick Newton up in the fray with the 3 by 3. Mars slips a little bit that time, goes too high. Up front, still Brad Smith with a 20.697 for a fast lap. A 20.552 is a fast lap for Andy Bryant. Bryant slowly but surely reeling in Brad Smith, your race long leader, in 10 laps in the books. Just 5 laps to do it, though. This time around, it'll be 4 laps to go because this is lap number 11. 4 laps remain. Open air traffic there between the 99 and the 28. Closing in. Differential is 1.034 that last time. We'll keep an eye on that. All open in front of them, so we'll keep an eye on the differentials, and it's 3.9 seconds back. Again, 1.034 last time. 0.871. He's clicking them off. Andy Bryant to do another heartbreaker here like he did to Luke Neiman just a few weeks ago to Luke Neiman's teammate, Brad Smith, in the number 99. Bryant stalking. Race long leader Brad Smith off of turn number 4. They go into turn number 1. Bryant within 2 car lengths. The 2015 USRA National Champion, 2016 National Ironman B-Mod Champion is closing in. They're coming around to complete lap number 14, meaning the white flag will fly from flagman Terry Wantland. This time 1 more lap to go to sort it out for the B-Mods. Both drivers trying to pick up their 3rd race win of the year. Brad Smith with a car length advantage over Andy Bryant. They take that battle off of corner number 2, down the back chute for the final time and into corner number 3. Smith using up that high lane. Here comes Andy Bryant trying to pull the slider side by side down on the low side. Brad Smith up high. Andy Bryant runs out of space, and Brad Smith will pick up the win here tonight, his 3rd of the season. Andy Bryant will cross the line in 2nd. To the line for 3rd, it's Tim Powell. P. Diddy. P-Money, Patrick Royalty finishes 4th tonight, followed by Nick Newton with a great run to 5th. Luke Neiman will round out 6th. Chase Galvin is 7th. Don Mars finishes in 8th. Billups finishes in that 9th spot. Good run by him tonight. And Henning rounds out the top 10, but what a run up front. A dominating performance that just about ran out of time, but just about does not count when the checkered flag flies. That's right, Brad Smith goes to victory lane here tonight. His 3rd time racing on the River's Edge in victory lane this season in the B-Mods. Brad Smith, your winner. Brad and the boys tonight. He's got half of a football team in the house. He's got to win to pay the grocery bill with all those boys.
Thank you.
Jamie will get in on the action as well. The matriarch of the family. And Lisa Burlington will line everybody up here. Get everyone arranged for the photo. The checkered flag has fallen. The flashes are complete. One more time, give it up for your winner tonight in the B-Mods, Brad Smith.
About Aaron Morant in the 70 car, the hot car right now, though. The hot driver, the 87, the Darren Fuqua. Here we go. As they dive down here into turn number 1, right now it's Lance Town. Here comes Fuqua. Fuqua on that low side, he's your race leader. As they come down into turns 3 and 4, Fuqua Town with Kerry Davis in the 68. Kerry Davis with a problem here. Kerry Davis pulls off as that hood comes up on the front end of the car. Kerry Davis down in with Aaron Morant now up into 3rd. Nick Benninger up into 4th now. Nick Benninger on the move. So Darren Fuqua, Lance Town, your top 2. Fuqua with a quick time of 20.22 so far as your leader. Lance Town still in 2nd. Now Aaron Morant slides up in front of him in turn 4. Aaron Morant now up into 2nd. 20.4 the quick time for Aaron Morant that time as he starts to set his sights on the 87 of Fuqua. That'll be Lance Town, Nick Benninger, and Mark Schaffman, your top 5. Nick, the 1K of Carrick behind him. But right now it's Darren Fuqua. It's a 1.2 second difference between your top 2. Let's see if they can close that gap a little bit. Now Schaffman on the low side with Benninger coming out of turn number 2. Here comes Aaron Morant now as he slides up into turn 4. 1.1 second different now as he brings it down a tick. Aaron Morant, the quick time right now, with a 20.16. Fuqua comes out of 4. Aaron Morant trying to close this gap. A .92 now as he gets a little bit closer. Morant almost gets up into the wall. Now Schaffman up into 3rd. Benninger. Tyler Schmidt also working his way up through the field as well, but your race leaders still down Fuqua, Aaron Morant, Schaffman, Benninger, Lance Town, Tyler Schmidt now up into 6th. Tyler Schmidt also on the move as he gets by Lance Town. Tyler up into the top 5 now as he started from the tail of the field, but still your leader. On lap number 8, Darren Fuqua. Not able to close the gap as much here. Aaron Morant in the 70. Schaffman now with the 3B of Benninger. Benninger up into 3rd. Tyler Schmidt with a good run here up into the top 5. It'll be Lance Town, Ted Carrick, Justin Johnson, Chase Domer. But your race leaders. On lap number 8, Darren Fuqua was still a 1 second lead. His quick time so far a 20.22 as he hits his marks here as Aaron Morant slides again up into turn number 4. Nick Benninger still in 3rd. Schaffman and then the 66, Tyler Schmidt, your top 5. Lance Town behind them. The 1K of Carrickers, the 7 of Justin Johnson. Going back to your leaders, though, in turn number 4, Aaron Morant doing whatever he can. Still about a 1 second difference here between your leader and number 2 of Aaron Morant. Just trying to figure a way to close that gap on Darren Fuqua in the 87. Meanwhile, back to 3rd, it's about a straightaway difference between 2nd and 3rd right now between your top 2, again, of Fuqua and Aaron Morant here on lap number 12 as they go by. This time just 8 remain. There's 3rd place with a 3B of Benninger, Schaffman. The 66T of Tyler Schmidt, your top 5. The race is behind them with the 7J of Justin Johnson. Lansdowne also trying to fight back. There comes the 1K of Carrick. But there's your race leaders in turns number 1 and 2. Still like a 1.5 second difference now, as now Fuqua starts to pull away a little bit here from Aaron Morant on lap number 14. Still putting down the quick times of 20.6 that time to a 20.8 of Aaron Morant. So slowly but surely starting to pull away from the field. Benninger still with a good run. His quick time, 20.8 that time. Mark Schaffman in fourth with a 20.79 and Tyler Schmidt a 21. There's your top 5. But your race leader coming out of turn number 2 here on lap 15. So 5 to go. Darren Fuqua, he's the hot driver in this area right now, ranked number 1 in USRA national points. Aaron Morant in the 70 car trying to do what he can now, down to about a 0.94 difference as they get into some lap traffic here with Eric Hanna in the 13H. Let's see if Aaron Morant can take advantage of that as he slides almost up into the wall. Aaron Morant now goes low side, slides up into turn number 1 and 2. Side by side here with your race leader. Not able to make it stick down there as Fuqua starts to pull away again here. Aaron Morant, though, closing the gap just slowly but surely. A half-second lead now for your race leader, Darren Fuqua. That was lap 18, so just 2 to go. Can Aaron Morant figure out a way to close the gap here as he gets a good run off of turn number 2 now? Your top 2 cars have just pulled away from the field as Aaron Morant tries to put up on the high side. Let's see what he can do on his last couple of laps here. Your race leader, Darren Fuqua, as he comes down the front stretch. Darren Fuqua with the white flag out. Darren Fuqua as he tries to close the gap here with the 70 of Aaron Morant. Aaron Morant right up on his tail as he comes into turns number 3 and 4. Aaron Morant on the low side. He tries to slide up next to the 87, but no, it's Fuqua, your winner, the 70 of Morant. In that second spot, it'll be the 3B of Nick Benninger, Mark Schaffman, Tyler Schmidt, the 1K of Tyler Schmidt, the 1K of Tim Carrick, Lansdowne, followed by the 227 to Chase Domer, Justin Johnson, and Eric Hanna. 12th USRA win, is 4th here at Lakeside Speedway. Number 1 nationally ranked, the 87 of Darren Fuqua, as Aaron Morant tried to close the gap there at the end. Race fans, we want to thank you on behalf of Don and Donna Mars, Pete Howie, our general manager. We thank you for coming to Lakeside Speedway Racing on the River's Edge. Don't forget to join us next weekend, $1,500 to win in the Joe Barry B-Mod Clash. Have a safe drive home tonight. The big-time bail bonds, the 87, Darren Fuqua, your winner tonight. All right, win 4th at Lakeside, Darren Fuqua. And Terry Watland there with the flag, giving out the trophy to Darren Fuquay. Again, his 4th feature win here at Lakeside Speedway, racing on the River's Edge. Congratulations to Darren Fuquay, your winner tonight.